Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. Here to do your weekly intuitive reading for Monday, November 2nd through Sunday, November 8th, 2020. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Animal Wise Tarot deck by Ted Andrews for the main message for everyone. And your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Just a reminder that this brings us into the first full week of November, so be sure to be on the lookout also for my monthly intuitive reading for the month of November. It will cover the numerological vibration. It will cover the astrology of importance for the month, as well as special messages from our angels and guides, and a special message card as well, depending on a stone of choice for that. So again, be on the lookout for that. Also, I want to thank everyone up front. I think it was the last reading or so, I put out a call out to those of you to give me some of your ideas and your guidance as to how I can reach more people with both my weekly and monthly videos, as well as my Facebook posts. And of course, a lot of you mentioned some Instagram ideas, and I do have an Instagram account. I just have to be a little bit more savvy with using it, and some of you gave me some other ideas. So I wanted to say thank you to all of those that commented or sent me private emails to assist me with your thoughts and ideas on that, and also for all of you that watch my videos every week or month and comment and share them. Please subscribe to the channel, because that way you'll get notifications as to when my new videos come out. And also, again, if you could share those with others, I would be most appreciative. So thank you all so much for your support. Let's go ahead and take a look at what your stones of choice are for this week. So these are special intention pendants that I made, and I did this again last week as well. And part of that is because I'm still unpacking a lot of my items, and I do have my crystals, but they're still a little bit packed away, although I do have access to them. But it was just quicker and easier for me to grab these to use in this week's video. So this one, I hope you can see it because it's very gorgeous and beautiful. It's this beautiful scolecite special intention pendant. Now I wire wrap these with gold or silver wire. I do even have copper wire for some of my special intention pendants. And then I infuse them through Reiki with special intentions of various kinds, calling in also different archangels and ascended masters for those of you that don't know. So I already have these ones infused, and I'm going to give you the descriptions based on what is Reiki infused into each one of these. So this is, again, gentle but yet powerful scolecite, and it's Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 33, the number of Christ consciousness and spiritual transformation. The qualities of the sign Pisces for inner peace, tranquility, and dream recall. The energy of the planet Neptune for astral traveling, multidimensional communication, and transcendence. The activation of the third eye and crown chakras for increased psychic perceptions. And the energy of Archangel Raziel, Archangel of Alchemy, Divine Magic, and the understanding and ability to channel esoteric wisdom and knowledge. Your second stone of choice, or special intention pendant of choice, is this beautiful golden apatite. Now, golden apatite, this one's wrapped in the gold wire, so this is the only one today that I have wrapped in the beautiful gold wire, and I thought it looked nice because the golden apatite is gold. So this is Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 11, the number of the light worker, leadership, courage, and inner strength. The energies of the solar sun for a sunny disposition, bright outlook on life, and creative self-expression. It's infused with the energies of the activation of the higher mental body for mental clarity and intuiting new ideas. The activation of the solar plexus chakra for willpower and self-confidence. and the energies of Archangel Michael, archangel that leads us to the next step on our highest and most important destiny path. And then your last special intention pendant of choice is blue apatite. So we have the golden apatite, now we have the blue apatite, which I wrapped in the silver. The blue apatite is Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 22. And no, I don't always just infuse these special intention pendants with master numbers. It just so happened that the three I had together in one bag, I just kind of grabbed them out of the one bag they were in together. They all had master number energy. So again, the vibration of master number 22 for this one, the number of proper use of power and manifestation of goals on the third dimensional plane. It's infused with the qualities of the planet Jupiter, planet of expanding into one's knowledge and truth. The energies of the sign of Pisces to connect one to their past lives and increase one's psychic perceptions and abilities. And the energies of Archangel Metatron, archangel that assists us in connecting to our own Akashic records to gain access and understanding to our soul patterns and gifts. So again, your stones of choice are the scolasite, the golden apatite, or the blue apatite. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the astrology for this week. The last couple of weeks was pretty busy. And if you watched last week's weekly reading, we ended with a full moon at 8 degrees Taurus, connecting with Uranus, the great awakener planet of rebelliousness, change, freedom, and redirection. So wondering how last week or last weekend went for all of you out there. You can even comment in the comments if you want to let me know. But this week it's a little bit, I don't know if I want to say quieter. I guess that's a good word for it, because some of these astrological energies are feeling a little, I guess, more on the serious side. For starters, on Tuesday the 3rd of November, we have Mercury, planet of the mind, the mental realm, our thoughts, ideas, and communications. It's at its stationary point, and I think I mentioned that in last week's video as well, that Mercury was slowing down and stationing. Now it stations to move back to direct motion at 25 degrees of Libra on Tuesday. So does anyone have this feeling of mental exhaustion or feeling even more physically or mentally tired the last few days? I know I have. And well before this reading, basically. I feel like I've been feeling that for the past week and a half. And that's because Mercury has been slowing down. And because Mercury rules the mental realm, it's kind of causing this feeling of tiredness or mental fatigue. Now, the other reason for that comes up with one of the astrology points here for Friday, but I want to talk a little bit more about what else is happening on Tuesday, the 3rd, along with Mercury turning back to direct motion. Venus is in Libra and is going to be in an inconjunct or quincunx to Uranus in Taurus. So what does all that mean? Well, Venus is the planet of love, relationships, money, and finances. She's in one of her home signs of Libra, which is the sign of partnership and balance and equality. And this inconjunct aspect means that there's some sort of adjustment that has to be made. There's some sort of like weird energy dynamic between Venus and Uranus. And Uranus rules change and freedom, and again, rebelliousness, being the rebel, redirection, sudden and unexpected occurrences happening. It's in the sign of Taurus, and you know, it's going to be there for a long while because Uranus moves very slow. Taurus is a money sign. So there could be something happening within partnerships, relationships that deal with money and finances. Now, this could be a business partnership, a romantic partnership, a friendship or family partnership. And again, it could bring in some sort of money financial adjustment of some sort, or surprise or unexpected happening that we have to kind of compensate for or redirect our energies regarding. Since Uranus also rules freedom, there may be some situational energies that ask us to, or I don't know if I want to say ask us. It could be asking us to have a little bit more independence, but it could also just be a situational thing to where we want a little bit more freedom, or we're given a little bit more freedom. So there's some sort of freedom energy here with Uranus within relationship matters. Now, because Mercury on the same day is turning back to direct motion in the sign of Libra, again, partnerships, relationships of all kinds is indicated. So communications and relationships is a focus and a priority. But because Mercury is at a standstill and getting ready to shift, there could be some miscommunication, some difficulty or challenges with communication. And that, along with the Venus in Libra, partnership sign, connecting with Uranus, could bring some unexpected situations and events or circumstances. Now on Friday the 6th, this is the other thing that's associated with Mercury and why we've been feeling a little bit mentally fatigued or even physically more exhausted as of late, is because Mercury in Libra on the 6th is in a challenging square aspect to Saturn. Now, when these aspects happen on a certain day, which is what I'm giving you, what days they actually occur in their exactness, it doesn't mean that's the only day that we feel them. So for instance, on Friday the 6th with Mercury challenging Saturn, we've been feeling this for the past few days. And especially because Mercury, since a week and a half or so ago, maybe even a little bit longer, has been in its slow down phase in retrograde motion. It's been coming up to connect with Saturn and actually did already connect with Saturn. This is going to be the third time that Mercury has connected with Saturn in this challenging square aspect. So because of that retrograde motion, we've already experienced it twice. Mercury challenging Saturn. Saturn is about limitation, restriction, delays. It can cause a lot of challenges in communication, especially in our one-on-one relationships with other people, as that's where Mercury currently is in Libra. But it can also cause some frustrations on a mental level just for ourselves. We might feel mentally frustrated, or our thoughts are not coming together. Our ideas are, feeling like a little jumbled or restrictive, or maybe just we're having a challenge, just like I'm having a challenge right now in communicating this to you. This is about challenges in communication, either with other people or within ourselves. And there may be delays with communications and messages coming to us as well, because Saturn, again, rules that delay kind of activity. So if there's a phone call you've been waiting for, an email, or maybe it's something where you're needing to make a phone call or an email and you just haven't done it yet, or you haven't updated that website yet or written that article yet. There can be this delay thing with Saturn going on where we're feeling a little bit challenged in getting something done or receiving the message or relaying the message, etc. On Saturday the 7th of November, the Sun, which is now in Scorpio, is in that inconjunct or quincunx aspect to Mars in Aries. Now the Sun is how we shine our light, or the lens through which we're shining our light at any given time. It's in Scorpio right now. So we're shining the Sun's light through Scorpio, which can be about secrets, power and control, death and rebirth, transformation, the shadow side of things. It's about research. It's about the metaphysical, the occult. It's about mediumship. It's about a lot of things. It's about other people's money too, other people's money, other people's finances, other people's values. And so here again with this inconjunct, we're needing to adjust our ideas about something. We're needed to adjust our actions about something because it's connecting to Mars, the planet of action, the planet of forward movement, in his home sign of Aries. And right now he's retrograde as well, and he's starting to slow down. That's another reason why we're feeling physically tired. In fact, Mercury slowing down to turn direct is causing us some mental fatigue. Mars retrograde in his home sign of Aries is causing us some physical fatigue. So it's not quite yet that Mars is turning back to direct motion, but it's going to be very soon. And as I said, he's already slowing down. So what is the Sun in conjunct Mars all about? I feel like this is something to deal with our personal power and taking some sort of action to take back our power, or taking some sort of action to empower ourselves, because Mars in Aries wants to take action. Because it's retrograde, again, we might be a little less inclined to do that for whatever reason. But the Mars or the Sun in Scorpio is really saying, okay, there's something maybe disempowering going on. Maybe it's within a situation, a relationship, a circumstance. Maybe the disempowerment is within your own psyche. This, Scorpio can rule the depths of our psyche, the psychological, the metaphysical patterns, karmic patterns or soul patterns that we come in with that need to be adjusted. So here, this action, this pattern of adjustment may be within ourselves as well as outside of us. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides for the week. So we turn over the first card and we have the 8 of Shapeshifters. This is like the 8 of Cups in the traditional tarot, or the 8 of Water. In this deck, because this is the Animal Wise Tarot, it's associated with the ant. And it says at the bottom, searching and working for the greater good. And of course, that's what ants do, right? Ants live in a colony. They work for the greater good of the whole colony of ants, right? They're building their home for the group. They're searching for food for the group. They kind of work as a team and work as a group. And that's why this is associated with the ant. But the 8 of Shapeshifters, or the 8 of Cups, oftentimes is about feeling disempowered emotionally about a situation or circumstance in your life, and the feeling of wanting to move on to something better. That's oftentimes what you see with the symbology of the 8 of Cups. It's like I'm feeling emotionally depressed or down or disempowered, or I'm feeling just emotionally challenged, and I'm feeling like I want something better, I want something more, I want something greater, I want to be happy again. So the number 8 here is asking us to empower ourselves again, to take back our power and empower ourselves with whatever the situation or circumstance or emotion that we're feeling is all about. And as it says, searching and working for the greater good. You're searching or working for something better for yourself. You're searching for a higher way to feel, a more optimistic, more joyous, more happy way to feel. And it really is within or in yourself, but sometimes we're in certain situations or circumstances in our life that kind of causes us to feel that disempowerment or causes us to feel emotionally down. And so this is kind of a clue or an indicator, a message, if you will, that something needs to change, that we need to change our circumstances. The number 8 is about our sense of power, right? This is why it's about empowerment. So we have to take our power back. We have to utilize our power in a positive way to make those changes, to create happiness and joy for ourselves, to change our emotional reactions to something, or to take an action to change our circumstances. So this is why we're searching and working for something better and greater. Okay, let's go ahead and turn over the next card here. Okay, interesting, because this is Major Arcana number 8, and it's the Strength card, Major Arcana, the Strength card. So here we have that 8 indication again with our sense of power and empowerment. And the Sun is in Scorpio right now, and after Mercury turns back to direct motion in Libra, it's going to also go back into Scorpio, which is the sign that rules our sense of power, or feelings of disempowerment versus empowerment. So the Strength card is associated with the Lion, right? The Lion is about confidence and courage and leadership and take charge. And sometimes lions are very playful, right? They're just like kitty cats, and they can be very playful, sometimes even lazy and lay around. But at the same time, on the other hand, they can roar like a lion when they're angry. When they need to get something done, they're going to get it done. Usually it's the female lions that are taking care of the little ones and kind of getting things done. The males are more of the protectors and, just kind of sitting and watching and looking for other predators and making sure, that their family is kind of protected, or the group is protected. Now the message at the bottom here says strength of will from the inner sun. So I think of the solar plexus chakra, which is the center of personal power. So again, we still have this theme of personal power going on. Your strength of will, your willpower, your confidence, your courage from the inner sun, from your inner self, from your inner light. So you have to look within to empower yourself. Don't wait for circumstances or situations to change. Don't wait for someone else to empower you. This is about you owning your power, taking back your power yourself, utilizing your personal power in the most positive way through your strength of will, through your inner confidence, okay? So there's a theme here of needing strength, and that to me is partly this Mercury squaring Saturn, because Saturn sometimes again brings limitations and restrictions and feelings of being held back. And even Mars and Aries, Aries is a fire sign, Leo, the lion, lions ruled by Leo here in the zodiac, that's a fire sign. Because Mars is retrograde in his home fire sign of Aries, he's feeling maybe a little less confident. He's feeling like there's something going on that's either holding him back or slowing him down from being able to move ahead, charge ahead, or take some actions. So we're definitely needing this healthy solar plexus chakra right now. We need this healthy sense of inner confidence and willpower to be able to move through whatever challenges life is presenting us right now and to come out the other side of it. Okay, let's look at the last card here. The last card is the Seven of Ancients. This is like the Seven of Wands or the Seven of Fire. So here we have a fire, that fire theme here. And this is the Toad. It says inner strength. Okay, so we have the Strength card, and then we have inner strength here. Inner strength and resources. Now, interesting that the Strength card says strength of will. The Seven of Ancients says inner strength. So we're definitely needing to hone in on our own inner sense of strength right now. And this also talks about resources, our inner resources. Now, interestingly enough, Uranus is in that sign of Taurus, which is a resources sign, money, finances, support, other types of resources aside from money. And that's connecting with Venus on Tuesday. And then the sun is in Scorpio, connecting to Mars on Saturday. And Scorpio is another one of the resource signs. Taurus rules your money, your values, and your resources. And Scorpio rules other people's values, other people's money, and other people's resources. So there's something here about inner resources as well as inner strength. Now the Seven talks about using discernment numerologically. So we want to have discernment with whatever's going on in our lives. We want to have a little bit of patience. We want to have trust and faith. Trust and faith is big with the number 7. And with the fire, the wands, so what I feel like is looking for your inner fire, because again, the 7 is a very internalized kind of energy dynamic, numerologically speaking. The ancients, or fire or wands, is about, again, our inner energy, our inner confidence, our inner fire. So there's something to where it's internalized right now. That could be a good or a not so good thing. If our strength of will and our energy is more internalized, it might be backfiring on us, where we're not able to put our energy out there in the world into action, or we're feeling, again, held back or limited. But on the other hand, the number 7 with that fire can mean, just as it says here, looking inside for your inner strength, your inner resources to get through whatever's going on in your life and come out of it on the other side more empowered, right? We're taking our power back with the 8 of shapeshifters or 8 of cups. We're coming into our own inner strength here to push through something, and we're using our inner resources, our connection to ourselves and our inner fire, our inner energy. Again, that inner strength to move through the circumstances in our life. And, this has been a heavy year. There's been a lot going on. September was an interesting month. I know we're into already November now. And it seems like September was just a couple days ago for me. And it was kind of a challenging month, and we're still feeling kind of the aftermath of some of that, as well as perhaps that full moon that we just had this past weekend. just a little heads up too. I know we're only in the first week of November, but the end of November, I believe it's the very last day of November, we're going to have a full moon lunar eclipse. So we've got more energies of change and intensity that are coming up and coming our way. So part of this to me with the Seven of Fire is finding your inner resources, is to kind of have some alone time. Have some alone time, rejuvenation time, meditation time, nature time, self-contemplation time. You need to kind of recharge. With the number 7, there's often a need to kind of go within yourself and recharge and have that alone time. So that can also be a part of the situational energy that's happening right now for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at what your special message card is depending on your stone of choice. Okay, so for those of you that chose that beautiful white scolecite, I'm going to give this a little shuffle. Scolecite, special message for this week for the scolecite people. This one's calling my attention. And oh, well, patience. Patience is indicated. So this can probably fit almost all of us right now, perhaps, that are watching this, but especially for the white scolecite people, you need to have a little bit of patience. Now, this is number 16. This isn't an actual like tarot deck. This is a divination deck, but the number 16 stands out to me because numerologically that's a karmic number in numerology. There's only 4 karmic numbers and the 16 is one of them. So the number 16, if you think about in relation to the tarot, is the Tower card. So it makes me feel like there's some sort of huge change or redirection that has either already happened recently or is happening or will be happening very soon in your lives. That 16 Tower card moment, as I like to call it, is about external changes, okay, big external changes. So with whatever redirection is happening for you right now, whatever changes the universe is kind of bringing your way, there's a need for patience for it all to kind of settle down and for things to be made more clear to you, is what I'm getting. There might be some confusion going on. Things aren't totally clear. You don't have all the information yet. So we need to have a little bit of patience. We have a beautiful angel here, and she's got right around at her solar plexus area, interestingly enough, is a clock, if you can see that image. There's a clock there at her solar plexus. So her sense of personal power is being tested maybe because something is taking a long time, okay? And so she's letting you know, she's watching over, she's guiding you, she's providing you with information, messages, guidance, saying that delay may be in your best interest, first of all. So know that as you're patient, delay may be in your best interest. And just kind of be in a sense of trust and faith or inner strength and confidence, to use those terms again, as you're waiting, as you're having patience. This also, because it's at the solar plexus chakra, feels like it has something to do, again, with personal power or empowerment. So as you're empowering yourself or empowering your life, know that it may not be overnight, and there might be some semblance of time that it's taking for this empowerment process for you to occur. So have patience, okay? But know again that it's divinely guided. I don't know what exactly this is on either side of her wings there, but it made me feel like when I looked at it that the harvest was coming. That knowing that whatever seeds have been planted, however hard you've been working towards your goals, know that the harvest is coming. Just have a little bit more patience in the timing of things. Okay. And then for the golden appetite people, a little shuffle here, and special message for golden appetite. This one's calling my attention right here. Ooh, indecision. I saw this card when I picked up the deck and asked if this was the deck I was supposed to use, and this is the card I actually saw. I think it was on the bottom. So the indecision card. So you're not sure what choice to make or what direction to go. This woman is standing at a crossroads. There's signs here on both sides of this kind of fork in the road or crossroads that she's at. We even have kind of a barren looking tree here. So That's kind of like late fall and going into winter. That's about the time that we're in right now, right? November. And she's needing to make some sort of choice or decision. In fact, we do see a couple of leaves falling down here at the bottom. So this is definitely, to me, this present moment, this time period, or the immediate future coming up here, to where you need to make an informed decision. And isn't it interesting? This is the number 8 as well. This is the 8th card. So we have this theme of needing to empower yourself based on the choices that you have made or are about to make. Now, if you've already made a choice or chose a direction, don't allow your ego to come in and disempower you with fears or doubts or anxieties. Know that there's really no right or wrong, right? There's growth, there's learning, there's experience, and there's no right or wrong. We can always go back and make a different decision or a different choice at some other point, right? We don't have to stay fated or stuck in a particular direction. But you may have already made a choice, and that's okay. Just empower yourself within the choice that you made, or find your power within the direction that you're going. And if you're still in need to make a decision, to kind of stay, to me, she's standing still, and it makes me feel like some of you are just so unsure of what decision to make or which direction to go that you're doing nothing. You're just sitting and maybe doing nothing. You're feeling like you're at a standstill, just like Mercury retrograde turning direct right now is at a standstill. And I feel like that is part of the message too, is that once Mercury turns direct on Tuesday, and it might take a few days for it to start moving and speeding up, but soon you'll be able to empower yourself again, maybe as Mercury moves into that empowering, powerful sign of Scorpio here. You'll become empowered to make that choice, to make that decision, to take action and move in a particular direction. So you can have a little bit of patience, but I don't feel like it's going to be too long. And to do nothing is disempowering in and of itself. So you need to take some sort of action. So go within, meditate, and look at both of your choices and weigh the pros and cons and feel what it feels like within your body, within your soul, and choose what feels the most empowering for you. And perhaps one of these decisions or directions is about empowering yourself. And to me, with that number 8, it's definitely part of the equation to empower yourself, make the decision based on what's going to bring you back into alignment with your personal power, and then create some sort of movement. And I'd say within the next week and a half or so, okay? All right, and then for those of you that chose the blue apatite, special message for blue apatite. This one's calling my attention. This is the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Okay, interesting. Was the blue apatite? Blue apatite stone people, the special intention was calling in Archangel Metatron. So interesting that he came up also for this particular stone of choice. So 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. That's the third eye chakra, right? That's having a higher sense of vision. That's having clairvoyance. That's being able to see clearly what you need to see for yourself. That's about using your vision for the future. So this can be increasing your psychic senses. This can be increasing your clairvoyance. This can be increasing your visionary capacity, which is part of visualization and manifestation. Archangel Metatron also is a scribe. When he was living a human life, he was a scribe, and then when he was lifted to archangel status, he also now, at that archangel status, helps us connect with our Akashic records. So any or all of these things might be indicated for you this particular week. Channeling, even though channeling is partly with the throat chakra, I still feel like there's something about the third eye chakra, opening up that third eye chakra to see something with clarity, and then maybe to bring it down and speak it with the spoken voice, or write it even better, as Archangel Metatron was a scribe and did a lot of writing. So perhaps we need to write something. You need to see something clearly and then write it. And this can be about writing a book, this could be about writing a blog, this could be about writing some Facebook posts, this could be about rewriting your content on your website, writing a proposal. This can be anything that has to do with writing and expressing your vision. The number 40 is a very grounded, practical energy. And again, it's very much about manifestation, restructuring, building a solid foundation. So it makes me think that, again, you're going to take that third eye vision, that imagination, that creating with your mind something there with the third eye, and then bringing it down into form, bringing it down into manifestation. All right, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this weekly angel card reading. Sending you all lots of love and light, and many, many angel blessings and blessings from those of the highest vibration. Namaste.